position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bruins will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will come out first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. Got him downfield. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Lay. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bruins offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's late. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Got room to work. It's a seam wide open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 17.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Tries again to get it in. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing he's going to sit down when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running a screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. It'll be a draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. Spinderella. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Bruins have this offense rolling. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wideout level noise. Grabs it in the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs. It's cheap. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the ground, it's Lay. Spins away from the defender. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the move, he fires. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking left. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Nittany Lions will try to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. A little screen to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the back. Plows through the defense. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. On the direct snap, it's Lay. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. To the ground with the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They want to run it left here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The play-action fake. He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Got enough for the 1st. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Direct snap. It's Slade. He'll take it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. He'll go to the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 34 to Texas A&M. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, hoping to to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's cheap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. He wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. On the direct snap, it's Lay. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bruins will call on their punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They want to run this quarterback. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. In the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They'll toss it to the left. Fights off a defender. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, the ground game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
A run for the quarterback.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Unloads it left. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back has it. Back's going for the goal line. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for